All right. So, yeah, I know I'm late. So let's see what we got here. Who's in here now? Right now, we got Tank lost. Yes, he did. What up, C Dub? Marco, you won AA time. What's AA time? I heard a CP time. What's AA time? Word. What's up, Roel? No, I'm doing my own thing. What up, Josue? What up, Power Media? What's going on, brother? What's going on, brother? What's poppin'? I'm fucking sick. Like, I thought I was sick before this, but I think it was like a lead up, and now I don't know what the fuck's going on, but whatever. Who really won? Well, let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. I'm gonna show you motherfuckers something. All right. All right. Let me show you guys something. Now, I just put this up, but let's see. All right. Posts. Here we go. Only at 2,000 views, 2,000 votes. Who really won? And 64% of you, 64%, 64% of you believe that Roach won this fight. Who really won between Tank and Javante? Tank won 19%, Roach 64, draw 17. So the least amount of you thought it was a draw. The majority thought Tank won. Tank lost, excuse me. Oh, I've seen this dude on Reels before. I'm going to sub up. I appreciate you. What's the verdict, brother? You saw the verdict, my man. Calling timeouts. And, well, I'm doing a video on this as we speak. I just wrote it. Now I'm going to record it either today or tomorrow. I'm trying to record it today. I want to get it out. And I break all of it down. And I'm okay with that, Eon. I'm okay with that. A draw is okay. But so I went over the video today. I went over the fight today. You know, I'm doing my video. I'm slow motioning everything. I'm really going through it with a fine tooth comb. That's what they call it. And we had a bit of a Meldrick Taylor Chavez situation. Any of my old heads? Joe, do you know what I'm talking about? A bit of a Meldrick Taylor Chavez situation. A lot of the times, Roach was landing 4, as I put it in my video, he was landing 4 buckshots to 1 of Tank's grenades. So now we get into a whole judging thing. Or a couple of pity pats worth more points than 1 bomb. That's what we're talking about here. I seen the fight today. I think Roach won more rounds, in my opinion. It was all that retirement talk took the dog out of him. Oh, I mean, screw this. Upload the video today. You need that engagement. I'm doing it. That's why I was late coming on you guys, by the way. I was writing. I was getting in my groove, and it's a lot. This is a problem. I got to trim it. I can only do 3 minutes per video. This shit is probably 4 or 5. So I might just do a full-on video. And hopefully they don't flag me because I'm going to be using... They flag me. I was thinking Tank is the new Chavez. Well, no. Because Chavez would never, in a million years, willingly take a knee. Now, I don't blame Tank for that not being called a knockdown. That's not his fault. That's clearly the Bayless. Is that Kenny Bayless? No. Forget his name. That was the ref. Not Bayless. That's the dude who bulges his eyes out. Who? I didn't know was so short, by the way. It wasn't a knockdown, Julian. But I'll tell you one thing. Tank got wobbled twice. Tank got wobbled twice. One time was a little less obvious, but he rocked him. And the second time we all saw, he bobbled his shit back. And I'm going to use this in the video, but it looked like Tank ran face first into an electric fence. Doosh, fucking got pumped back. We've never seen that before. Now, when you watch the fight, Tank was hitting this dude with some fire. This dude's chin was granite dipped in iron. Tank could not fucking hurt him. Could not hurt him. How Jamel Herring beat this guy is beyond me. Jamel Herring is taller. 5'10", maybe just boxed him, stayed on the outside. So maybe it's not beyond me. Styles make fights, right? You saw that. You saw which shit? Which one are you talking about, Tony? Roach 175. I'm okay with that too. I had it a draw. It was close. I had it the first 2 rounds are the weird ones. Those were even, or you could have maybe edged it to Tank because he threw a couple body shots. But the first 2 rounds, nobody threw anything. The shit was not epileptic, a narcoleptic chess match. Like the dudes were just sleeping. I'm gonna use that narcoleptic chess match. The dudes were just sleeping in there. So those first 2 rounds mean a lot. They mean a lot. Maybe I'll open up phone lines because I'm sure everybody wants to voice their opinion. You guys want to open up phone lines so you guys could tell me what you guys all think? I know Ness is live now, which sucks for me, but whatever. I gotta build my own shit. I'm gonna be on his show in the morning tomorrow, but I'm not doing it today. I got shit. I'm gonna go with you guys. I got shit to do. I gotta get my kids. I got shit to do. So, and I'm writing. What we think? My man, what another night and week of boxing. It was a draw, but at the same time, Roach got... Well, it wasn't a draw because that knockdown should have counted. But here's the thing. It should have been officially a draw. But technically, it should have been officially a loss for Tank. But technically, when you don't incorporate a knee and when you incorporate just the skill in the ring, it was probably a draw. Is it just me or was Tank not focused? No, he wasn't focused. He didn't. He forgot what round it is. Roach did not scatter. Roaches survive atom bombs. CJ, if you come on later, I'll definitely join. I'm at work. They got you making screens on a Sunday? What kind of sweatshop you work at, Ian? Roach proved everything wrong. Everybody wrong. Yeah, he did. He did. Even if he lost, I didn't think he'd look like that. I didn't think he would like those cinder blocks hit him in the head and they just cracked in half and fell down. Like he was breaking the cinder blocks off his head. Like they were doing nothing. I think you all owe me an apology. Major, you were correct. Now, let's be honest, though. You can't start bragging too much because, every fight there's somebody who says the huge underdog is going to win. Now, you happen to be right this one, but the majority of the time, you know what I'm saying? So until you become a member of this community, so we're going to keep hearing your predictions, thus moving forward. But until you get a couple more right, you can't be bragging about, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wins a lottery. What's that old saying? The sun shines on a cow's nuts once a day. So get a couple more, and then we will crown you a very good. We'll crown you the Miss Cleo of boxing. Tank was smacking Zaza before the fight. Oh, smoking Zaza. I think smacking Zaza is a funnier way to say it, but no, I gave detail. Still, do it again, maybe once or two more times, and you will be crowned the Zoltar machine of this Marco boxing community. Just keep doing it. You were right. Nobody could deny that. Give the KD the corner works or DQ. Yeah, I think it's time for Tank to put up. Well, he's going to fight Jake Paul next. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Wasn't Jake Paul in his locker? That was the only dude in his locker was Jake Paul, and that's why Jake was there. They're going to fight next. Jake might fuck him up, just because Jake is so much bigger. Tank will be tagging Jake up. So the question is, can Jake handle Tank's power? And if Jake lands, because it's an if, because Jake is way slower, can Tank handle the power of a full-blown cruiserweight, who, incidentally, can punch? I think Tank will beat the shit out of Jake. Just I think the speed and the experience is too much, but hey. Roach landed more punches. He sure did. The motherfuckers cumulatively landed 19 punches over the first 3 or 4 rounds. I mean, it was a narcoleptic chess match. That was a NyQuil-infused chess match. This ain't lottery once again. You're downplaying Roach. No, I'm downplaying you because everybody gets lucky. You do it 1 or 2 more times, my man, and you are official. Fuck it. You do it 1 more time, you're official. Let's do that. Because this was such a big one, this can count as 2. You do it 1 more time and you're official. But you can't come in here getting one thing right because everybody there's always going to be somebody who picks the underdog in every fight. You know what I mean? It's a law of averages. You got to prove that you do that shit on the reg, not every now and then. Shakur Bright Light Stevenson is the best. Now that's what we're doing? Now Shakur's the greatest who ever lived? Oh, Pitbull. What's worse? Tank versus Jake, Canelo versus Jake. Tank versus Jake is worse because he's so much smaller. I wish Ray Mercer would give Jake that Tommy tree. That's fucked up. Yo, that's almost wishing death on somebody. You're cold-blooded, Anthony. Chinchilla. Jake's 6'1". He's about 6 feet, I believe, but okay, 200 pounds. Tank's about 5'5", but okay, you're in the realm. Because it's freak show carnival boxing with Jake Paul. I'm not saying he's not good. He's good for his experience level, but he's picking opponents that are carnival. What about performance was luck? Nothing. You choosing it was luck. You choosing it was what might have been. You're not listening to me, are you? I'm going to say this one more time, and then let's move on, okay? Major. You got it right. Props. You're listening to me, right? You got this right. Props. Okay? What I'm saying is we just know you're brand new to this community. This is your first prediction. Okay? You have to do more before we could accept you as this Grandmaster Miss Cleo psychic boxing predictor, right? You get one more. Now we're like, oh, this guy, everybody could hit one thing one time. Do you understand what I'm saying? That being withstanding, you were absolutely right. Roach was way better than we thought. Better chin, better everything. But let's not forget, you're not talking about. You're saying Roach. Tank was also way off. You got to be balanced. Maybe not way off. See, I'm not gonna. He was a little off. Maybe even a lot off. Taking a random knee, looking around, complaining to the ref the whole fight. We've never seen that. Not knowing what round it is, being way more tentative than we've ever seen. So, cool your jets, get another one right, and then we'll give you props as being an oracle. As of now, you get props as choosing one fight right. But you know how many millions of people cumulatively in this earth chose Roach to win? A lot. Most chose Tank, but it's a law of averages, my man. Do it again, and you're up in this bitch. So let's move on now. Hope you understood me. But again, congrats on the prediction. You're obviously a Roach fan because you seem super excited about that. So I'm happy for you. Marco James Tony, shout out if possible on the 5th March to my son on his 10th birthday. Marco James Tony? Huh? Oh, you want me to shout out? Wait, you're asking me to shout out your son who's named James Tony for his birthday? Is that it? Nah, Smoke. He doesn't complain like that. Come on, like that? No. He got fucking he got popped in the cabbage a couple times because he's talking to the ref. And Roach is like, oh, you're going to fucking talk? I'll hit you. Nah, not like that. Let's just be honest here. Let's be fair. Let's be balanced here. Please. That's what this channel's about. Fair and balanced. Roach looked amazing. Tank looked a little off. That's just what it is. Maybe that version of Roach would have beat Tank who's not off. I don't know. I'm not saying that's why he lost, but that's what we saw with our own eyeballs. You can't ignore it. You know? No tribalism in this room. He never fought an A-level fighter, bro. I believe Barrios is an A-level fighter. I believe Santa Cruz is an A-level fighter. Maybe not in different divisions, but you might have a point with that too. You might have a point there too. You know what I'm saying? Ryan, we don't know if he's A-level yet. Rolly is clearly not. You could have a point. See, I'm not denying that. Maybe you didn't. Maybe this is the first brick of layers of bricks to show us that Tank was maybe overrated. Who knows? We got to see more. Yeah, he needs to run it back. No, ask James Tony. Oh, ask James Tony to shout out. Okay. You know, you could message him on his son runs his Instagram, just so you know, and I think his son sees everything. So you could ask him yourself too. I think James would do it. But I could put in a good word for you. Those like you who believe this was a night. I don't think it's a night off. I did not say it's a night off. See, again, you're being very all or nothing. I said that he looked a little off, but not that it was a full night off. Looking a little off doesn't mean you're totally not on your game. Is once again making a significant miscalculation. You are a part of the problem. I hope Tank is not thinking like you. Well, you need to open your ears. Here, let me hit you with that one. I never said it's a night off, and that's why he lost. So this is for you.
Open your fucking ears, jackass.
A little of pathetic excuses. What are the excuses? We saw the best version of Roach. Nah, see? I disagree with Mo. This is for you guys who think I'm not being balanced. I don't think it was the worst of Tank at all. Tank was throwing some heat. He was just a little off. But maybe not enough. And this is why it matters to you guys who are huge Tank fans in here. Or huge Roach fans, excuse me. Tank haters, it seems like major. And it matters because the fight was so close. So a fight like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, right? That fight, I thought I thought Errol was a little off. But the fight was so lopsided, I don't think it would have made any fucking difference if he was completely 1,000%, 100% focused and on. This fight, though, was very close. So that little off might have made a difference. Now, let's say, though, again, be balanced. Roach will also, in the rematch, make adjustments. So his adjustments might negate Tank not being off at all, and Roach still might come out on top. You know what I'm saying? But let's not forget, this fight was a draw, arguably without the knockdown. With that knockdown, which 1,000% should have been counted, I agree 1 billion %. Gervonta lost that fight. He lost that fight. And not only that, we saw him get rocked like nobody's ever seen in his whole career. We always thought he had a good chin. And why did he get rocked? It's funny. Tank was actually telling the truth. I thought he was just trying to amp the fight up. He kept saying Roach has sneaky power. It's exactly what it was. The ones you don't see are the ones that hurt the most. Oh, let me get into my man. Big shout to my man. Big shout. Big shout.
Thank you. Come again.
Anthony hit me with that extra crispy 10-piece. It's sizzling. You gave me coleslaw, extra napkins. You gave me the little plastic packet that had the salt and the pepper, the napkin and the fork and the knife all wrapped in the plastic packet. You got all that in the bag. I appreciate you. In the rematch, Lamont going to say, you got my hair grease in your hair tonight, Tank. Oh, shit. Bro, I'm not a Roach fan. I never knew Roach until now. When I did a film study, I seen, okay, well, you know what? You were right. Good for you. Anybody who knows boxing knew this would happen. Oh, anybody who knows boxing? So you're saying that the overwhelming majority of the planet just doesn't know boxing and you do? That's arrogant. Don't do that. He's a Tank fan. I am a Tank fan. But he lost. You know what I mean? He loses. He doesn't. He lost. Or he should have lost. How that one ref had it 115, 113 for him or one judge, that's crazy. At best, it should be a draw. I could even see Roach edging it without the knockdown. At best, a draw. At best. Tank underestimated Roach, and it showed. I don't know if he underestimated Roach. I think all his personal issues might have played a part in him losing a little focus. But again, he didn't look like he lost enough focus where it really threw him completely off track. Like, I'm not sure how much his loss of focus played a part in his loss in this fight. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell. Tank better look in the mirror and get better because I like explaining before Roaches. Hey, man, you're right. It sure as fuck seemed like it. You sure as fuck seemed like it, my man. Major, I knew boxing. I didn't see this happening. Exactly. Well, no, I mean, he's being extreme. That's the problem. See, Major, you would try and be a little more balanced. Not everything has to be extreme. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're very extreme stance on this. Saying that anybody who doesn't know box, that's so silly. That's like, we don't talk like that in my room. Like, we don't really have people in here that are so, what's the word? Unbalanced. You know what I mean? So for us, I see you got this Rusty Cage guy in there, but that's it. Nobody else really. We try and look at things on a balanced perspective because there's always two sides to everything in life, really. But you are right with your overall point, which is, yeah, Tank got fucking outboxed. Nobody really expected it. And he should have lost. Fight was a draw. You could argue a draw without the knockdown, but you can't. Here's the thing. You can't not include that knockdown. That's in the rules. Like, what are we doing here? You don't include the knockdown, then you start removing other rules. Well, every jab landed doesn't count because jabs aren't power punches. I'm not counting them. Like, what other rules are we going to start peeling away here? Tank looks like he may have no mas in him. Yep. Or he might get sparked up from this loss. Who knows? But I'm with you, Lo. He looks like he definitely, I mean, he's been talking like that for a minute, but I will say again, he was trying in there. He was throwing heat, repeated heat, and a bunch of the heat landed flush on Roach's chin. And it didn't do shit. Nothing. Roach is one who wobbled him. Dos tempos. How do you say 2 times? Peace be free. What up? It was a bad matchup for Tank. Roach knew him well. Yeah. This result makes boxing fun because it's dope. It's dope. I love upsets. So even though I'm a Tank fan, I love upsets. I'm always rooting for an upset. Unless it's like Roy. You know what I'm saying? And, bounce past to myself.
I must have forgot.
These are definitely... you guys want me to open the phone lines? You guys want to express your opinions? Tell me now. If I get 10 yeses, I'll do it. The knockdown looked weird to me because there was no reason for Gervonta to... It wasn't it was an official knockdown, but technically it wasn't a knockdown. He willingly took a knee. Now, generally, dudes do that for 2 reasons. If they're hurt and they're worried about getting more hurt where they can't recover, or if they have an injury. Like Floyd's only knockdown was when he took a knee because I believe I think he fucked his shoulder or his hand up. So he took a knee to take a second. So those are really the reasons people take knees. Let me tell you guys something. Muhammad Ali had some kind of a foreign substance rubbed in his eye against Sonny Liston. Now, that was never proven, but Ali couldn't see for a whole round. He was blinking. He couldn't see. He didn't take a knee. He just fucking danced around and waited till the shit wore off. Just like my man CYP. Those of you know who he is. I was in the fight well overmatched when I was 15 against a 26-year-old dude with mad experience. I'm in the finals of the Golden Gloves. I was not ready. I was horrified. The dude was beating on me. I didn't quit. I just fucking did my best, covered up, and took my ass whooping. I didn't quit, right? That's why CYP quitting is not and look, I give him props for getting in the ring, anybody, but this just shows the sport isn't for you, right? Now, I'm not saying boxing isn't for Tank, but him taking a knee as opposed to doing what the great ones did, Ali, shows that maybe he's no longer, or at least right now he's going through something. You don't take a knee for something like that. You box. I get if he couldn't see at all. You know what I'm saying? But just being like he just blinked 1 second. Like his other eye was fine. He was shook about getting hit because he'd already been wobbled at that point? Let me see. I don't remember. I got the fight right here. When he took the knee, he had already been wobbled. Yes, he had. I believe. Well, I'm just looking at the replay here. He was wobbled in the 7th, and then he was wobbled in the 10th, was it? Yeah. Okay, so there it is. So when he took the knee, he had already been wobbled twice. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you, oh shit, I can't see a little bit. I am shook. I don't want to get wobbled again. You know? Chiafimo fought with a busted lung. Exactly. No, you can't curse me out. I mean, come on. I'm not disrespecting him. Like, I give him props for getting in the ring, but I don't think boxing is for him. That's all I'm saying. It's not something, with that mentality, it's not for you. He calling in today saying he didn't quit. Wait, what? He was set up? What you mean set up? It was only a matter of time until this happened. Okay. What'd we decide to do? Big shout to my man CJ Richie. Extra crispy 5-piece. Called it going the distance, right? You did, even though you didn't watch. Did you watch the fight? CJ, did you watch the fight? Did you end up watching it? I assume you did. Couldn't see Marco Roach ain't put. Tank, I really think couldn't see Marco. Huh? You think any other fighter could have beaten Floyd? Yes. Sugar Ray Leonard and Pernell Whitaker. That's it. I'm going off like this because I tried to warn the boxing world that this would happen and people. Well, you have to understand something, man. When you come in with very, very low likelihood predictions, that's what's going to happen. People aren't going to believe you. But like I said, now you're on my radar. You say something else again, I'll be like, oh, this guy knows his shit. Call one more. You know what I'm saying? Call one more, and then I'll have you official in my book. Looks like Tank fighting Jake Paul next. Yeah, it looks like it. You saw it. And what'd you think, CJ? The extra minute, LOL, but he did what Devin did. You took the money to agree to the extras. Now you can't. So he said he didn't quit, but he did quit. I don't get it. Bro, CJ called that shit. Yeah, he did. I think we're being blinded by this one fight. We can't just throw. Do you guys want to do call-ins? Nobody answered. Right now. You want to do call-ins? Say yes in the chat. If I get at least 10 of them, we'll do it. Right now, please. Call in, say yes or no, or later, or whatever. Let's see what you guys want to do. Holyfield versus Bobby Ches, Chili Peppers. Yeah, man. I'm going to do a benefit for Bobby Ches, actually, at the end of this month. Nets is live now, getting cursed out by the Tank fan. White girls trolling him. You want a fucking cookie? Who cares, man? Nah, it was definitely more. I would say it was like 80% of Tank, probably 75, 80%. Major, you got a long way to go before you get to my level. That's what Tank's. All right. Well, Major says yes, no. Yeah, I don't know. Must be CTE. Yes. Trivia. So we're not getting 10 yeses here at all. People don't like call-ins on my page. I don't know why. Tank ain't leaving that his comfort. What you mean? No. Don't care. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Most people don't want it. They don't want to hear the truth from me. Miami, what up? That's the reason Floyd didn't want to put him in there with Loma. It's different when your opponents are not flat-footed and stationary targets. Based on this fight, Loma would have fucked him up because it was all Roach's entire victory was based on counterpunching and angling and footwork. But would Tank have fought Loma the same way? Roach will be that fighter. Where's Tank's number? Maybe. What happened? Bobby Ches has cancer, man. Sad. He's okay. He's okay. He's alive and everything, but we're doing a benefit for him at the end of March. Dirty Jersey. That made the Keyshawn versus Tank fight very interesting. And yes, I do call-ins. We need Major versus Marco at this point. Why you want... Yo, Brandon, why are you instigating? You young. Let me see. Yeah, you're a young kid. You young kids, everyone, everybody to fight. Man, I'm almost 50. I ain't fighting nobody unless they slap my mama. Tank never had good defense. He always get touched up, but usually outguns them. Well, one can argue, Franklin, that part of his defense is letting people touch him so he can get them to open up. Roach proved you should watch Pro Box, Marco. Tell me, though, CJ, how'd you have the fight? What was your score? It's after watching it officially. Loma also didn't dehydrate down to 35. That's about 6 yeses for call-ins. Yeah, we need 10. Could you imagine how much Berlanga would have celebrated a draw? Yo, Berlanga would have thrown a Diddy party. Now I'm saying I'm not arguing with him. I agree. We don't argue in this room, Brandon. I don't know if you're new to the room, but we don't argue. I'm not about that shit. Somebody's gonna come on being disrespectful, I kick him off. And I wasn't arguing. I actually agree with him. So it's not even an argument. I mean, everything he said was right. How are you going to argue somebody who called it? I always said Tio was one that could beat Tank. Yeah, you're right. It does make it look more likely. I thought Tank left Mayweather because he wanted to fight Loma. Tank is my favorite, but I see serious red flags with his mental. That's absolutely true. Raises serious questions about Tank's mental fortitude when faced with adversity. Okay. Greats rise to the occasion. Well, you have to understand, he has risen. How many fights was he losing that he rose to? Boxing has a shelf life, Major, and a much shorter shelf life than any sport. Now, you have exceptions like, Foreman and Hopkins, whatever, but in general, boxing has a shelf life. So this is what I'm saying. You're being extreme again. Yeah, Tank showed that now. But Barrios was whooping his ass. Santa Cruz was whooping his ass. Fuck, even Rolly was arguably ahead. Like, he wasn't like that then. He's like that now. So it's not all or nothing. But that's what he's turning into. I agree with you. 7-5, Roach plus the knockdown. That's a 3-point margin. Damn, you had Roach 7-5? Wait, without the knockdown, 7-5, or with the knockdown? I'm confused when you say plus. Give me the score without the knockdown. Give me the score with the knockdown. Oh, it doesn't matter, actually. 7-5. It's still right. Okay. Waiting for Tank to turn on Zoom. I hit up Coach Kenny. I'm trying to get him on tonight. Of course, no response yet. Let me hit him again. Hey, man. I know you're probably being bombarded, but let me know if you have 20 minutes free any time tonight or tomorrow. Hitting up Kenny. I'm going to get him on tonight if possible. All right. Tank abandoned his jab second half of fight. That's very unlike him. I'm talking about the press conference, the excuse about the gel. I don't think it was gel. I think it was some kind of hair product. But Greats take it on the chin. Yeah, that's what I said. Ali just danced for a whole round until the shit wore off. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. Well, Hagler had no hair too, so. Roach was 9-3 at worst. 8-4 his style. Okay. Marker, you had Tank winning? Nah, I had Tank losing. That was a knockdown trick. You know that. With that knockdown, he definitely lost. Without the knockdown, I would say Roach winning, maybe a close one or a draw, tops. But the knockdown should count. So, in my opinion, with the knockdown, he loses. Without the knockdown, skill-wise, it was a pretty close fight. It was a little Chavez-Taylor-ish trick. I went over it today. It was 3-4 punches landed from Roach to one of Tank's, which were harder. So, but Roach should probably. But and again, that was from about round 6 or 7 on. Roach stepped on the gas. Before that, it was Tank was ahead. A lot of the rounds were no action, and then Tank pulled ahead a little bit, and then Roach came back. And Roach is the only one to wobble his ass. Tank got organic extra virgin olive oil in his eyes. You're funny. She's funny. You're funny, Clarissa. You know that, though. You always... Clarissa, are you a jokester in life or just in here? Because when you first came in here, you were kind of serious, and you made us laugh a couple times, and now you fucking rode that shit. Why? What you think? That's not going to happen, Peace. Who do you think is Tank's biggest threat now? Everybody? Anybody who can box, I guess? I don't know. Roach exposed a blueprint to potentially defeat him, shattering the illusion of instability. That's true. It's no guarantee Tank will recover from this. Nah. No. See, now you're being a little extreme again. Being dropped and taking a vicious ass whooping, physical vicious ass, cumulative ass whooping, being knocked down repeatedly and being knocked out is nowhere near the level of what happened to Tank. You can't compare the two. You know what I mean? Nowhere near the level. It might fuck him up psychologically, but nowhere near what Wilder went through. And nah. 3 times? I remember I saw it twice, JB. What's the third one you're talking about? Steve Willis should have seen that knockdown clear with those big... I know. What the fuck? So you think Tank lost? Yeah. His defense was pretty good. A-. Well, see, this is what I'm telling you, Miami. If it was me, I would have... What's the best way to define them? I would have a supervisor on staff at every fight with a board, like a team of supervisors with one spokesperson, maybe 3 or 4 of them sitting that have the instant replay on hand and the Zoom on hand, and they in real time would look at it, tell the spokesperson, supervisor, he goes over and he tells all the judges, no, overruled, that's a knockdown. Count it. That's what should have happened. In real time. Just like if there's a knockdown they miss. No, that's a knockdown, count it. Yeah, I had Roach winning too. Yeah, that was weird. Maybe he just got maybe he was starstruck by Tank's like stardom. You don't have to be a genius to realize the way the puncher like Tank has to box him. Yeah. Referee started a count only to inexplicably wave it off as David retreated to his corner, citing it wasn't hair gel, it was product, some kind of product. What did he say? He didn't say hair gel because hair gel it was grease. Whatever, doesn't matter. Kneeling mid round, regardless. Rule 108, 101. Where have you seen? I mean, you're right, that is a rule, but where is it? Where is this rule written? Major, answer that, please. Where do you see? In what rule book is there a 101 rule that says that? First time Wilder detonated and didn't finish him. Well, there's no timeouts, of course not. Well, it does. In some states, I believe, Trick, allow it. Tank, like, 1 second. I'm not looking it up. I'm running a show here, man. You're in the fucking chat. You tell us. You want to be involved in this shit? Then be involved. Don't look it up. Put the link. That's how we work here. Look it up. What's good? What's good, Robert? He was hit with a body shot, then he took time out. Who? PBC isn't going to put Tank anywhere near Shakur anytime soon. They weren't going to do that to begin with, though. JB, there's no way they were going to do that to begin with. We do 3 5-minute rounds in MMA. Okay, that's interesting fact. That has nothing to do with this conversation or this channel, but cool. I'm just so confused why he starts the counts at 3 or 4, because he saw that Tank took a knee from not being injured. So I think he thought to himself, oh, well, he wasn't hurt. Maybe this is, I don't know what kind of ref that is. That's ridiculous. That was the Ryan Garcia reversal. Tank bent the knee. Anyone who's making an excuse for Tank is part of the problem. Who in here has said anything about Tank winning? Like, everybody knows he lost and knows that he should have lost. The only thing you're getting, which is totally true, is he looked a little off, but I don't think, yeah, well, he did look a little off. But, every fighter who loses has an excuse. It's all about if they're viable. Like, I believe Tio's excuse about having air trapped in his lungs against Kambosos, especially after we've seen how Tio's performed after and Kambosos has performed. I believe that. Sometimes there are excuses. Sometimes there's not. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is this. Excuses don't matter for the fight that transpired. We talk about excuses or reasons for possible rematches or moving forward. That's for the analysis. This is what you're getting confused about because you're woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, I guess. Or maybe weren't listened to enough as a kid. I don't know what's going on with you, but just because somebody talks about a reason and wants to analyze shit because this is a boxing room, that's what we do. Doesn't mean people are saying, oh, Tank really is a better fighter and should have won, and nobody's saying that. I don't know what your deal is. What your deal is with trying to prove that you're right. A little insecurity going on. And like Franklin said, who the fuck cares? You want a cookie? You know what I'm saying? Predicting boxing is not all gambling. Not all gambling, because yes, you can take people's, past and their skills. And so there's some skill involved, but the shit is not all skill. There's a huge part of that is just unknown. So, you know what I'm saying? If it makes you feel better, cool. Shut your old ass up, bro. Were you talking to me? Because you'll get blocked very easily. I'm assuming you're not talking to me, but if you are, the moderators can take care of that. That's very rude. It's not very nice behavior on a calm Sunday afternoon. No one is mad. Yeah, well, I mean, Yeah, he's gotten enough attention, so I think I'm good. So I'm going to stop giving this attention. But anyway, I believe I don't know what would happen in the rematch. It might be the same thing. It might be the same thing because, Tank will adjust, correct whatever, but so will Roach. Then what happens? You know what I'm saying? Like they're both going. It was so close. They're both going to adjust. And what if Roach hurts him again? Maybe even drops him this time because he came close. Lamont Roach is the most skilled fighter on Tank resume. Well, we're only saying that now because he looked good against Tank. If you look at Lamont Roach's resume, it's not better than these other guys. It's probably pretty much the same. Right? You know what I'm saying? We can't make Lamont Roach now. Well, his resume is better because he technically beat Tank. So yeah, you have a point there. He beat Tank, so his resume is instantly better. I was thinking before the Tank fight, but yeah, past the Tank fight, absolutely. Now his resume is the best. I mean, who would have ever thought that? What's up, Pharaoh? Most physical things are undertaken by their mental, the spiritual component. Roach's resolve and calm and confidence says a lot. Yeah, man. It was real. We didn't know if it was real, but it was real. How do you get grease from your hair in your eye when they put the grease in your eyebrows to keep you from being cut? So you don't think he had grease in his eye? Well, why do you think he took a knee then? Still amazed at how Tank stopped and went to you and me both. I'm more amazed at the referee not calling it. That's more amazing than Tank doing it. Because, Tank has a lot. He's obviously, his mind he has a lot going on. He's obviously, not totally focused. So that doesn't shock me as much. No, I shouldn't say he's not focused. He seems scared. That's a better way to put it. Tank seems scared of losing. So that's what made him take that knee. What boggles my mind is the referee not calling that a knockdown. Like, what the fuck? I'm sure I for sure thought Tank was going to. So hey, so did I. So did most of us. I think both would be more aggressive in a rematch, knowing they didn't. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. I didn't watch much of Roach. I'm gonna brush up on his ass now, though. I'm questioning Tank's heart for boxing. Well, you don't have to question it. He literally said he doesn't want to be in a sport anymore. We know that's there, but he didn't start therapy, so I thought he still had that fire in him. He was hit with a body shot, then walked away and took a knee. Body shot? Nah, trick. He got hit with a jab. What you talking about? A jab. He got hit with a jab. Looking at it right now. He got hit with a jab. Wait, let me pull it up again. All right, here we go. Yeah. Oh, you mean body shot? Nah, he got hit with a swooping right, and then a jab, and then another jab. Then he took a knee. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Trick. Usually you're on point, but there was absolutely no body shot in that sequence. Not the first time fighting with braids, assuming sparring. That's a good point. I don't have braids, and I don't even have hair, so I don't know what that's like, but that's a good point. Nah, I fight with my hair braided all the time. That grease and product does get in your eyes and burns. Make me want to cut my ish sometimes. Okay. So it probably did get in his eye, but his mental, his fear, his unsureness, insecurity, his not wanting to be in the sport anymore. All that is what made him react the way he did to it burning. Because clearly it wasn't burning that bad. He wasn't even blinking that much. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you look at Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston. You'll see somebody who can't see from eyes burning. This wasn't the case here. I think the blueprint for Tank is to be patient, keep a slow pace, don't gas out. Tank needs you to come to him. The referee viewed it as a knockdown, hence the count. No, I believe the referee stopped it because the referee, Pharaoh, did not do the traditional motions or procedures of a count. You go in front of him, you go to 8, and then you stop. He did 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what? What? No. And I even think he went to the judges and waved it because the referee's the one who calls it. What's up, martial arts? The referee is the one who officially rules as a knockdown. I think he waved off saying it's not a knockdown. Braids, I'll go work out and agree with. Okay, well there you go. So it's real. See that trick? It's real. You got a low cut. What you know about braids? It was your first time being wrong in 3 years. What's good, Alberto? It was gonna happen eventually. One of these hand-picked opponents will turn up like Roach did. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Shakur needs to slow down on Tank fight. It's not guaranteed that he can take those shots that Roach did, and he has the will to win. I think he got the will. Shots, I don't know if he could take them, but he could avoid them better than Roach did. I knew Roach had the skills to win. I was shocked at his mental. Yeah, man, he was tough. Super tough. I guess just losing the herring, you're just like, what? But it just goes to show you. The Bucks should stop at New York Sports Athletic Commission for not acting in real time. Well, people don't realize this, but in boxing, the only organization that has any kind of power that can overturn, that can do anything officially in any fight in any place in the country is that specific state's athletic commission. If New York State Athletic Commission put into play measures like that, they would have to be enforced in New York. But again, New York is far from United States. America, is far from the United States because every state has its own laws. So then every state would have to implement those laws to have instant replay. But really, you just got to do fucking New York and Vegas, and you're good. Those are the majority of the fights, or LA, Cali, I guess, too, right? Biden said Trick ain't black. Every other brother knew about that braid hair grease. Damn. Trick's black. Come on. Trick's from Texas. Tank Hart was just not in the fight. You have to stay busy as a fighter. I don't know about that. Grease gate. I'm going to use that. Fall back. I'm going to use it. I'm going to put that in my new video. Birth grease gate. I'm going to use that. I am using that. I'm actually putting that in right now. Good shit. I'm going to use that. Oh, shit. Yeah. That is fucking funny. I like that. All right. It's all yours. I'm taking it. Grease gate. I called, I just did a video when I said, what did I say? It's about something gate. I forgot. I do so many videos. Everyone going after Tank. I mean, you don't got to go after him. Just he had a bad night. He got outworked by somebody who was better. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's what happened. We got to see a rematch at some point. He didn't look like he wants a rematch. But maybe he needed this to rejuvenate himself in the sport. Maybe that's what he needed. Right? Who knows? Are we saying Roach won because he survived? We are so accustomed to seeing Tank get people out that the mere fact that the opponent left saying 12 rounds on. No, we're saying he won because he was clipping Tank, precisely clipping him like he was sitting in a barber's chair. That's why he won. Did you guys hear what Lamont said of what Lamont said in the press conference after? He called out Two-Tone. Said fuck Two-Tone. He said it like 3 times. That was funny. And I called Two-Tone. I'm like, good for you, man. Like that's like it's negative, but it's positive because now you get in press. It's Jake Paul, I believe. Roach a dog. Yeah, he is. He did more than survive. Roach was better. Yeah, Two-Tone. That's funny. He hates Two-Tone and Showbiz. Just because they said that Lamont's going to get knocked out. I mean, everybody said that. So he hates everybody? Fuck Two-Tone is a movement. I know, where's he at? Franklin. You probably loved it when he said that shit about Two-Tone, right? Franklin was excited. Tank is a high-level fighter. Styles make fights. For example, Ali Norin. Yeah. We call that the triangle theory, JB. You know that, right? You can't go by the triangle theory, which means just because fighter A beat fighter B doesn't mean fighter C will be fighter A. Every fight is different. That was birthed with Ali, Foreman, and Frazier. Right? Muhammad Ali loses to Joe Frazier, his first loss. And then Joe Frazier, and then Muhammad Ali beats George Foreman. So you think, okay, Frazier beats Ali, and the one who Frazier beat, Ali, beats Foreman. So if Frazier beat his conqueror, of course Frazier will beat Foreman. But then Foreman proceeds to hand down one of the most merciless ass whoopings in the annals of pugilism when they fought. Foreman destroys Frazier. So that is kind of what birthed the triangle theory. You know what I mean? Just because A is greater than B doesn't mean that B will be greater than C. Simple. Simple. And they were talking a lot. What's up, Stay True? How was that not? It was. It was technically, not officially. Unfortunately. Even without the knockdown rule, you can argue that. I'm okay with a draw without the knockdown. But I'm not okay with Tank winning, though. I'm okay with a draw or Roach winning. With the knockdown, obviously, it's not even close. Even the fucking blind-ass judges would have had it. Would have had a majority draw. There would have been one of the judges would have had it 114, I believe. Then the other two would have had it for Roach. So it would have been a majority decision victory Roach would have got. One thing is certain, Tank Davis' legacy is now hanging in the balance. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You're right. Ali, Frazier, Tyson, but the pressure is squarely on Tank's shoulders. He is the one who needs to prove himself again. Cordell Booker is fighting. Yeah, Cordell Booker's my man. I met him in person. Cool dude. Big ups to him and his manager. I forget the dude's name. White dude. Marco Roach won the championship round. So how was it a draw? Well, Jay, not sure how much you know about boxing, but I'm not saying that like to try and play you out. I really mean it. Championship rounds aren't worth more points, if that's what you're inferring. Championship rounds are not worth more points. They're just called the championship rounds because you don't have them. There's no 11 and 12 unless it's for a belt. That's why they call it championship, not because it's not like the money ball in the NBA in the three-point shootout where it's worth more points. I'm gonna get you in the right stream next time. Your shit was way behind. Yeah, you almost ruined it. I had to mute you. You were like a fucking kid in Christmas. Like, oh, like, shh. You almost fucked it up. I meant Two-Tone and Showbiz was talking greasy. What'd they say? Steve Willis ruined his reputation. It didn't help it. I don't know about ruined, but it definitely didn't help it. We may never get Tank for sure. We weren't going to get it anyway, Clarissa. You know that. Especially not now. Did Roach ever get clipped? Yeah. Are you kidding? I just went over it. A lot of clean shots, but they didn't do anything. And a lot of them, Roach didn't really move. He wobbled. No, he got hit a lot, Farrell. He got hit a lot. Tank was doing crip walks. He was doing slide drills like he's in a Laker uniform in the beginning. It was so boring. The decision Willis made also made him nice under the that might be truth. Roach won, but Tank's scores were inflated because of his. That's possible too. I'm with you. Tank was hurt at least twice. See, Clarissa, now we're getting into semantics and we're getting into objectivity, subjectivity. To me, being hurt is not what happened to Tank. To me, what happened to Tank was being rocked. Being hurt is, in my opinion, when you're in danger of going down, when your balance is off for a prolonged period of time, not just when a punch hits you and knocks you back one step and you're totally fine. That to me is being rocked. Even a knockdown, a flash knockdown is just a flash knockdown. It's not being hurt. A hurt knockdown is when you're up and you're like, ooh, and you're stumbling all over yourself. So he didn't get hurt, in my opinion. He got rocked. Big difference, but both impressive. What's up, Don? You think that Roach is A fighter, A+ fighter? Roach seems like an A fighter. Not A+, but A. You missed it, man. Bitch ass white boy. One thing I noticed that everybody talked about, that Tank broke one of the 42 laws of power. We never outshined the master. Tank been saying, I mean, now we're getting into like spirituality and him being the gods making him pay for talking about Floyd. Is that what happened? I already demanded you get in the ring and you asked for my dimensions like a pinup model. Who are you talking to? Marco, what's your thoughts on James Toney as a fighter? One of the greatest. What you mean? One of the greatest. One of the greatest defensive fighters ever, and one of the greatest fighters ever. I think the success of Roach is being overhyped because he survived. It's not that he survived. I'll keep reading this, Farrow. It's not that he survived. It's not that he survived it. He was detonating cowhide bombs throughout the fucking fight. Surviving is one thing. Whacking homeboy in the face like a wet mop throughout the course of the fight is a whole different thing. He hit Tank for sure, but the biased perception of both of their successes is being skewed. I disagree with that. Safa rapper Germany is a Bulgarian rapper. Listening to his song. Is it dope? Mufasa rapper? Germany? What? Okay. That's weird. You're obviously Arab though, so shukran. Same old BS. They know he was saying he's a CeeLo fighter and he's getting KO'd under 6. Yeah, they were saying that. Everybody was saying that. Floyd Mayweather's the greatest. There's an argument for that. I don't agree with that, but there's an argument for that for sure. Floyd made Tank look normal. He did. Or Roach made Tank look normal, excuse me. He did. Floyd would 10-2 Tank. Yeah, that I agree with. I had Tank in 4. I had Tank in knockout, most likely around 9 or 10, I thought, but didn't happen, did it? No way somebody who won't even come up has the confidence to put the gloves with me. Oh, with Alberto. Yeah, Alberto was cool until the very end. He threw in that little sneaky comment. He's young though, CJ. Roach got rocked, but I also saw him do a good job of shelling up. I didn't see him get rocked. I saw him get hit hard a couple times, but not rocked. Tank got rocked. To me, rocked isn't a flush shot landing. It's your body reacting to it. Like either your knees getting a little weak or you getting knocked back for a second. Woman, maybe Pacquiao could beat Tank today. Damn, see, now Tank is just garbage, huh? To you guys, let's not get carried away with this narrative, bro. No way you say Lamont Roach just survived. He won decision against Tank, and he got a lot. Exactly. Now we see why he didn't want to fight Lomar Shakur. No, he's not on my pound for pound anymore. Absolutely not. Nope. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, now I got to switch it up. I guess I'll put on Usyk instead. He took a knee because of a body. What are you talking about? No, he didn't. That's what Trick tried to say. Appreciate you, fallback. Interested with your take of hurt versus rocked. In my opinion, when you hurt, you can encourage motivation to look for ways out. Tank was hurt. No. Did you hear my interpretation? Because I just explained it. No. Rocked is when you're literally the force of the punch knocks your body back. Visibly knocks your body back for a second. I could even put the knee buckling for a second. That's being rocked for a second, and then you're instantly fine. Hurt is when you're in any danger of going down, and it's prolonged reaction to a punch, which is for more than just 1 second. Septic tank? That's fucked up. Ray Leonard was a fantastic fighter, an all-time great. It would be extremely hard to link. I agree, but look at Ray versus Floyd's pops. Now I know his pops isn't Floyd, but similar. Ray was just a different level. Ray's speed and power and was something nobody's ever seen. Like he's almost at Roy's level, so that's why I think he would have beat. That's the only reason. Otherwise, if he didn't have that kind of speed and power and tenacity, I would agree with you. Thanks, he took a knee because he was afraid of getting caught. And yeah, not that he was hurting him. He said that the ones you don't see are the ones that you don't want to get caught with. But it is because Roach rocked him twice, I believe. Floyd is not the greatest, but he's definitely one of the greatest. Agreed. And you could argue he's the greatest. I mean, he only arguably lost one fight to me, Castillo, who he rematched and destroyed easily. So, Marco, what's your Mount Rushmore in boxing? Current or all time? Yeah, difference between body rock and planet rock. Don't stop. Body rock. Of course, how old are you? You never say anything about yourself. I don't even know what I'm asking. I feel like you're maybe older, or like my age range. Hope you and your family doing good. What you think? Appreciate you. Move. Nah, he needs to stay there. He needs to now show that he could get down at 35. Me versus Marco, middle-aged version. Why the fuck you want to fight me? What did I do to you? Tank had a bad night. In a rematch, he stops Roach. Possibly. That's possible. Can you imagine Arturo Gatti taking a knee because of... And those fucking Guidos put mad hair gel in their hair. So that's possible. Mad hair gel. That shit, I used to do it when I had long hair. And when you'd sweat, because I would box, it would leak. It would go in your eye a little bit. That would happen. But it never made... It was like nothing that was like... But Tank was shook. Well, I don't know the kind of product that goes in black people hair. So maybe it's a different... Like mine was just hair gel. A couple of dudes in here were saying that the product that goes into like the coarser hair like that is maybe a lot worse for your eyes. So, maybe he has a point. Maidana Maidana and Cotto were close, but there's no way Floyd lost those. All-time Mount Rushmore. You must be new, King Julian. Come on, you know this.
Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot.
Floyd, Sugar Ray Leonard, Joe Louis, Willie Pep, Jack Johnson. Half you motherfuckers don't even know who Willie Pep or Jack Johnson are, and the other half of you motherfuckers don't even know much about Joe Louis, except that he's a familiar name. Marco, at least the fight with Tank wasn't like the Shakur and Edwin fight where they gave Shakur the belt. Okay. You don't have hair, embrace it. I mean, a cracker can dream, can he? A brother can dream, can he? I'm dreaming. If I could have anybody, so I'd have Shakur's hair. That shit is like a cave, like a unfrozen caveman lawyer helmet. Shit's like this. That's a hairline I'd want. Shit. I rewatched the fight and I had Tank winning 8 rounds and Lamont 4. Is that so? Do you count the knockdown? I mean, that's still a win for Tank. Well, you're the first person, Arnold, who says Tank won that fight. And you're the first person with that wide of a margin. First one. Marco, do you hate Tarver? No, I'm cool. I know Tarver personally. I'm cool with him. I hated what he did to Roy, but I don't hate him. He bored me a little as a fighter. He's tremendously talented, but kind of wasn't that exciting for me. Roy and nobody in Dry Turkey got to be the same dude. Maybe. I'm going to leave search for Mufasa Durez. Yeah, search it and put it in the chat. Lamont was punching a lot in the clinch. Yeah, he was. Go get that. Go to Turkey and get the hairline back. What for? It's not like I'm trying to pick up bitches. Like, who gives a fuck? I'm bald, so what? Tim Zoo didn't take a knee, but if you get your hair done at the beauty salon, then hey. That's right. Tim Zoo was being blinded for the entire fight by actual blood, by hemoglobins and T cells, and he didn't even take a knee. That's a great point. That's a great point. Well, thank you. Willie the Wisp. Hell yeah. Willow the Wisp. Ron. Close. Willow. Will-O-O, but hey, props for knowing that. Tank Ducks rematch to fight Jake Paul. His legacy is done. Yeah, but his pocket will be stacked. That'd be funny if he loses to Roach and then gets knocked out by Jake Paul. That would be the biggest turnaround in a boxing career in the fastest time in history. He'll literally go from being one of the greatest ever power punchers ever and possibly greatest fighters ever, most menacing presences ever, to just being like a joke if that happens. That's why fighting Jake is such a risk. Willie Pep, the Pernell Whitaker before Pernell Whitaker, and unhittable. Yep. Well, he fucked Sadler up most of the times. He just, Sadler got one in, I believe. Venezuela will be champ again. Okay. Little Jimmy. Ain't no little Jimmy here. You know what I'm saying? They call me Big Johnson. You know what I'm saying? They call me Big Johnson.
Got him!
But I digress. The judges got paid. Possibly. Sorry, boss, I'm late. Don't dock my wage. Yep, that's basically the gist of it. Marco Boxing is a future boxing Hall of Famer, and there is nothing I can do against him. I think that's a compliment, so thank you, but it's kind of weird, but thank you. Deontay Wilder from Hero Zero, basically. But I don't take away what he did, because he didn't duck people. Tank did, so it's a little different. And Tank didn't knock out everybody. Wilder has almost double the amount of fights. Tank had 28 knockouts. Wilder had 42. Like, big difference. And he didn't duck anybody. Granted, the opposition wasn't as, but so Tank it's not the same. Wilder, you have 40-something fights. That's a full career. I could ignore everything from this point on and still have him as the hardest one-punch puncher in history, is Deontay Wilder. In history. Motherfucker was 209 pounds, knocking out dudes who were 250. Like, yeah, he was tall, but he was way lighter than them. Mark reminds me of a kid from the Bronx Tale. What, C? I hope C, not the racist one. If you look it up, Tank didn't take a knee. It's called a slip, which means if you take a knee, you got to be fucking kidding me. Means if you take a knee and I didn't get knocked down, then it's a slip because you went down due to your gloves being... What? Wait a second. What? A slip? You gotta be... Tank slipped? I'm happy you're here, Ronald, but
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
let me rewind that.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
A slip has to do with your feet either slipping on something on the floor or tripping over another fighter's feet. Willingly taking a knee, my friend, can never, ever be confused for a slip. Nice try, though. You. If anybody's not from Baltimore, man, you must be born and raised. You must be a Orioles fan to the core, saying some shit like that. Holy cow. Big shout to my man, the myth, the legend, the Purdy. Fairness, you deserve this. Man, appreciate you. Appreciate you. No, it definitely doesn't say that in the rule book. And by the way, Ronald, there is no rule book. The dude before tried that. I don't know if he's still in here. Major, I believe, tried to say Rule 101. Why don't you find a rule book? There's no rule book. Boxing is so fucking unorganized. There's no legal structure in boxing anywhere. So there is no rule book. But if there is, maybe, but it definitely won't say that. Yeah, that was a bad try. Yeah, that was bad. So Ron's good. He's just lying. I like that one better. Come on, Ron. I'm happy you're here though, Ron. No disrespect, but that was a good try. Where are you from, Ron? Ron's definitely. Be honest. I know I just called it out, but you're from Baltimore, right? You have to be. Or DMV somewhere. Actually, no, it has to be Baltimore because the other dude's from the DMV. Extend the time spent on your super chat goal. You might start hitting. Oh, is it already done? Oh, we go. Oh, okay. Let's start another one. I mean, I'm not going to be on too much longer, but. At first, I thought Tank got whooped in the eye by one of his. That's what I thought too, Harks. That's so funny. I thought the same thing because that happened. That's what happened. The second punch hit him, and his braid went like this. But then in the replay, it almost looks like something is falling off his skin eye. Super weird. He got the product for his hair leaked into his eye. Round Taylor, what fight was you watching? Manners and respect to you, Marco. Does be hearing the other channels. Does beat hearing their channels? I appreciate you. Maybe I'm tripping, but I still rewatch, and I think Tank won the first 7 rounds. No, that's possible. That's possible. A couple of them, I had him winning up to about 6 or 7. A couple of them were close because they weren't doing anything. I had Tank winning maybe round 3 to like 6 or 7. And then I had Roach coming on. And then Tank won 1 here or there. But then you incorporate the knockdown too. And you're from Texas. Okay, I was wrong. You incorporate the knockdown and it's a blowaway. Tank himself said he took a knee so he wouldn't get. Exactly. Good point. And she's from Texas. See that, Ronald? She's from Texas, and she shut you down. She shut down her fellow Texan, right? You guys aren't Texanites, you're Texans. Thanks for playing devil's advocate, Ronald. That was great. That's funny. That's maybe that's the ref's way of not getting penalized. Nah, I ruled it a slip. But then you got to go like this, slip. You got to boxing. There's a lot of official things you got to do. You know what I mean? All right, what else we got, people? Damn. Chat dropped by half. What's going on? Ness is still live, right? Punk ass. Is he? Yeah, he is. 1,000 people in there. Well, I'm building my own shit, though. That's all good. Good for him. I'll be happy when I'm getting my goal, I think where I'll be chilling, 500. When we got like 500 in here regularly, I'll be happy. Which is very far from 36, by the way. But it's all good. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Or I can get a gig on TV that like shotgun blasts my popularity, and then more people will come here instantly. Yeah, the backflip. I mean, he didn't lose, so he could have backflipped, I suppose. That's his Dominican thug who paid CYP to late. CYP called in and said that he was set up. That's wild. Texanite. I don't know. Texaner. They're the only ones. They're a Texan. From Texas, you're a Texan. From New York, you're a New Yorker. You can't be a Texaner. From Manhattan, which is where I'm from, you're a Manhattanite. From Brooklyn, you're a, I think, what are you from? You're from a Brooklynite? A Brooklyner? Brooklyner, I believe. No Mo backflips from Tank. I have a good feeling he's going to go downhill from here. That's not a bad assumption, my brother. Not a bad assumption. We're going to find out. Same as Californian. They sound tooty. Tutti fruity. Well, you know what I'm saying? The knockdown was not ruled official, so we are the ones who need to adjust. It ain't bothering Tank. We got to adjust. Give CYP props. I was so tired after the first round of my first fight. No. I don't like that, Robert. Omaha night? Nah. What do you call the from Omaha? Omaha? Damn. That sounds like some shit you yell in a rodeo. Omaha! Is it really Omaha night? Can't be. That doesn't sound right. I had Roach winning even without the knockdown. A lot of people did, Ryan. A lot of people did. Will Tank go downhill? You know what's funny? If you go to BoxRec, they have the fan section. They got Tank losing by 6 points. Like the shit ain't even close. And they don't even have the knockdown scored, which they should have. I don't know why they didn't. Even the BoxRec, for some reason, nobody scored a 10-8. That was absolutely the first slogan for Lazy Boy Chairs. You adjust. Was it? That's where you got it from? Just keep it real, give fair and honest opinions and commentary, and you will reach your goals and beyond. Appreciate you, man. I'm trying. I want this to be the corporation, the conglomerate. Very bizarre fight from Tank. I think he was lost without Calvin. And Vasilios, I don't know if there's something wrong with your eyeballs from eating too much pizza, but all three of his coaches were in his corner at all times. The difference was Calvin was standing to his side as opposed to right in front of him. They let Barry take the lead. They were both, all three of them were there. Kenny was there too. Kenny didn't respond to me. He's probably so busy. That'd be dope if I get Kenny on, right? I'm gonna get his ass on. I'm gonna hit him up tomorrow. He's cool. He'll get to me. He's just probably mad busy. Who has the more successful comeback, Devin Haney or Javante? I like that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I like it. I think Roach may just have his number. I mean, he definitely had his number. Will he have it again? Lil Jimmy's back. From Big Johnson to Little Jimmy. What up? Do you have what did Tank said? Did you have what did Tank's post fight? He just basically said his mind wasn't there. He should have tried harder. He got confused what round it was. That kind of stuff. Pause Marciano. Sounds like a sandwich in a deli. Yo, let me get the Marciano. Extra sausage and peppers. But I thought about you while out shopping with the wifey. You thought about me you were thinking about me when you're with your wife?
It's fun to stay at the
Damn. Almost about the big homie. Almost bought the big home Tia a gift. Bath and Body Works got scented called Tutti Frutti. You should have. She would have loved that. That would have been dope. You the man. Queens get the money. Wait a second. They got a Bath and Body Works in fucking Jamaica? They don't got no goddamn Bath and Body Works in Jamaica. You lying. Is that knockoff shit in the dollar store? There is no Bath and Body Works in no damn Jamaica. You must have went a couple towns over to like Hempstead or some shit. Or I should say Little Neck, not Hempstead. Tank had 3 coaches and still lost. Come on. Not cool. The referee stopped counting. It's on him. It ain't that Roach great. It's that Tank. Oh, here we go. Let's not do this unbalanced extreme shit. It's a bit of both. But his coaches was telling him he was doing good. Were they? This is Tank. Yeah. Oh, you live on Strong Island. So I was right. You were in fucking Little Neck. All right, my bad. I was about to say, ain't no Bath and Body Works in Jamaica. You got the Jamaican dude selling knockoff soap on the tables. Maybe that's what you meant. I was like, maybe he meant the Jamaican dudes selling. Well, you didn't say Jamaica. I did. Whatever. I killed the joke. Could you score a 9-9 round if you gave? Yeah, you could. That usually doesn't happen, though. It has to be, the rules state, the loose rules, it has to be an overwhelming ass whooping to warrant making it anything less than a 10-8. So you could do a 10-9 or a 9-8 if let's say he drops him, but he's getting his ass knocked all over the ring for the whole round. Cool with I'm not slandering. I love Jamaica. Did you see Roach cuss? Yeah, I did. I called Two-Tone right after. Yo, Two-Tone, I talked to him last night. He was fucking annihilated from Hennessy. Like, blasted. Tone was funny. He was like, yo, man, I love you, man. He was such a happy drunk. He was giving me props. He's a good guy. He was funny. He's like, yo, Marco, I love you, man. He goes, you're my N-word, even though you're white. You a real N-word. He goes, I'm telling you, man, you the man. I love you. He was just complimenting me. He's a fucking big teddy bear. I've been telling you guys this. Tone is a big teddy bear. I don't know why Franklin hates him so much. I thought Tank was the best now. I think it's Shakur or Keyshawn. Damn. I got Tio. Shout out to Vince, Keem. Yeah, man. I didn't see did O Wizard get fucked up or he just hurt his shoulder and he couldn't continue? That's what happens. You lift all those goddamn weights, probably. 9-8? Yeah. Jamaican bootleggers talking about come smell my Tutti Frutti soap. Word. Now the Jamaican dude's selling Egyptian musk. I used to buy that shit. I still have one. It was a cool water I got. This shit it smelled like the cool water. It was an oil, it smelled like that. They had the cool water, the expensive cologne. You would go, in New York City, that's what you do when you were broke. You go, I didn't want to spend whatever the cologne cost, $30-$40. I would go for like $1 and get a oil. And it was an oil, so the shit lasted longer. Oil doesn't go away. Two-Tone, yeah, man, he's funny. Tone was drunk, plus he had good Vegas streetwalker with him. Oh, he did? He was I called him. He was with some gangsters. He said, "I'm with these like gangbangers." They were having fun though. Tank got exposed. Maybe. Tank arguing and talking. The ref made it look like yes, agreed. And then the ref gifted him. I like that. I absolutely like that take. Marcus, you can't accept brothers calling you real N-word. Man, Rich, I'm not saying shit. I'm not accepting it. I'm not saying anything. Why are you always trying to get me canceled? Alberto, get him. He's 44 and acts like 16-year-old. Drop out. He's incredibly annoying. He's 38, by the way. But I get your point. Tone was throwing back tequila at Border Wars. Yeah. Well, he was hammered when I talked to him last night. It was about 2 a.m. my time. Fucking plowed. funny though, like the kind of drunk guy in the movies, like, I love you, man. He wasn't crying, but like, oh, you're the best, and this is why I've always loved you. And he was like that, super happy. To me, when dudes get drunk, it tells me a lot. If he would have been like a angry fucking guy or depressed or whatever, it told me a lot that he was happy. It's a positive. It's a good thing. It says he's a big teddy bear. I'm telling you guys. I like that crowd. Boo Tank at his own. Well, it's crazy that Tank had to rematch Roach to get a win. That's what it is. Marco. Hello, Victor. I'd say Tank did not lose that fight. You'd say Tank did not lose that fight? Or get his ass beat? He didn't get his ass beat. What you say? I just got on Yo Live. Is that your picture, Victor? Either way, yes, he lost. If not for the knockdown, I would be okay with a draw, or I edged it to Roach. But the knockdown, as you know, is 1,000% absolutely illegal knockdown. He loses. So technically, he lost. I just explained that to you. Yes, sir? Earlier today, Ness said Tone can't fight Supermax in Border Wars because he's 44. Nah, he made a mistake. Tone's 38. Two-Tone looks, unless I'm wrong or he lied to me. I remember him saying 38. Two-Tone looks like an uncoordinated teddy bear. Well, whatever. I'm not talking about coordination. He is just a teddy bear, though. OG Victor, salute. All right. Well, that's my opinion. I definitely thought he lost. Or you could argue a draw when you remove what should have been 1 billion% a knockdown in the, what was that, the 9th? It was close. It was close. Absolutely. That's what I just said. Draw's okay. Who's ready for Devin? I mean, Devin just got his ass beat. Tank arguably lost a close fight. Two-Tone about to be my... Oh, CJ. No, I mean, I believe Tank... I didn't see him winning, but it's a whole Chavez-Meldrick Taylor thing, right? It was somewhere around along the lines of Tank was landing one punch to Roach's 3 shots in most of their phone booth exchanges. So, and his shots were harder. So, who are you gifting? You gifting the faster, zippier, harder puncher in Tank, or you gifting the slightly more accurate, less hard puncher in Roach. So if you're and this is what I'm saying, there's no criteria how to judge a fight in boxing. So if you go by harder punches mean more to you, then yeah, Tank won. If you go by that, I don't go by that. And I might go by that, but it would have to be maybe like 2-1. Like the guy lands 2 pity pats to 1 bomb, then I'm going for the harder punches. But you're landing 3 or 4 to 1. And Roaches weren't that weak, by the way. They were, and he wobbled Tank twice. You put all that together, I got Tank losing. Marquito. Yeah. He looks like, actually, this dude looks like my father. Dad, finally. I mean, I knew my father, but because we're both bald. See, I was just racist to myself. I was just racist to my damn self.
Oh, that's racist.
Roach's punches were affecting Tank more. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that just means that Roach had a better chin. He landed cleaner a couple times. He also just had a better chin. And his defense was slightly smoother. Why are folks scared of Roaches when they don't bite? Because they punch. They punch. The press conference for Ryan Tiefimo, Devin finna be crazy. Oh my God, I know. When is that? They're probably not going to approve me for it. Fucking dirtbags. Roaches carry disease. Word. All right, people, I'm going to be out. I will see you guys tonight, 10 p.m. Let's pick this up where we left it off. Everybody in here who hasn't subscribed, Victor, a couple of you, please subscribe. So now you'll know every time I'm live, and we'll build this community. Please pass me along to any of your friends who like boxing. Is dope. And I will be dropping my Roach vs. Tank video at some point today as well. Peace.